What's going on, YouTube? It is 2026, and it has been cold in the Northeast. It's been cold in the whole country, actually. Um, but I'm in New York, and anybody who lives in New York knows it's been cold since November. So I have not been to the range in about 2 months. It's the end of January. Well, it's the middle of January right now. And I'm still trying to decide where I'm going to choose to go shooting indoors. I haven't been able to figure that out yet, but there's a few of them around me. I know there's one that my man Anthony goes to, which is DSI, Darkstorm Industries. So I might start going to that one. There's some new ones that popped up. That popped up out in Islip. I know we have one in Patchogue that belongs to Benson's. The owners of Benson. I'm not too sure if I'm going to go there. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out. I was trying to get with my boys over at Empire. They go to a private range. But I haven't been able to get over there. So I know they just decide to go, and that's when they go. So I haven't been able to participate in that. But I'm going to find something, I'm hoping that this weather breaks sooner than later. I'm always looking forward to March because, damn, we've had some cold days. But what I wanted to do was first start off season 2 of iwannagun with a thank you to everybody who's given me a second minute of their time, man. I started out in March, I believe, last year, and my last video was at the end of November. And I just can't explain to you guys how I feel that anybody would listen to me. So I really am appreciative of it, and I'm going to try to do better with more consistency in terms of once a week. I always am trying to strive for once a week, getting a consistent schedule of when I put out these videos. So I'm going to work on it. I hope this fan isn't too noisy. It'll suck if it is. But anyway, since it's a new year, there is always the excitement that buzzes in the air, especially around guns in January because of SHOT Show. So SHOT Show is coming up this year. It is, when is it? It is from the 20th to the 27th, I think. Something like that. Let's see. Not to the 27th. It runs from January 20th to the 23rd. It is in Las Vegas. And I really wish I was going. The Shooting, Hunting, and Outdoor Trade Show. So the reason I wanted to talk about SHOT Show, besides me wanting to be there, is because a lot of things that happen in SHOT Show kind of paint the picture of the rest of the year. Last year we had a bunch of 2011s, and that's something that I've kind of taken a liking to. That I also love rifles. I don't talk too much about rifles. At least I haven't been able to talk too much about rifles yet. We're going to get into them. The 2011s have been an exciting space, and that was a big trend last year. You saw a lot of big companies and companies that we never even knew about just pop out of the woodwork, and they had 2011s that were pretty good. So this year I want to see if it's going to be a little bit more of the same or if there's going to be some other trends. So I do know of a few rumors that have been spreading, and I was looking online, scouring to see if anything has been confirmed, and there has been. So I'm going to go over a few of these, and from there I might even have some pictures to show. But I'm probably going to end it with the boys at Empire Firearms are going, and I asked them if they could see if there's a few manufacturers there that I'm kind of interested in, and I'll probably end with that. I'm gonna kind of keep this not as a long video, hopefully a little shorter than, especially my last one. My last one was really, really long. That was into the rabbit hole of the 2011 firearms. So anyway, SHOT Show 2026. So one of the things that I saw was Watchtower Defense, and they're debuting a new double stack 1911. So off the back, 2011 right there, right? Including a tactical commander and flagship Apache MK2 and Raiders 15 rifle. That's confirmed to be at SHOT Show. So Luthar, I do like ARs, and the thing about New York is that we're not allowed really to have any features. I'm going to do a video based on what features are on an AR. There's a few states that have bans on assault rifles, and if you have these features on this rifle, if you want to have removable magazines, then it's considered to be an assault rifle, and we cannot have it. So I'm familiar with Luthar because Luthar makes a couple of fixed stocks that is a requirement if you want to have removable magazines. So anyway, Luthar has stated that they'll be unveiling new firearm components like a 22 LR bull barrel, which is kind of cool, you know. 22 on an AR platform. There's a few different types of rounds that you can actually affix with a new barrel on your AR, which is kind of cool. So you can do a 22 LR for bull barrel from Luthar. AR Globe charging handle, so they're going to have a charging handle. I got to go over the AR platform with you guys. We'll do that coming up soon. And alignment fixtures. So, you know, I'm going to see if I can get some pictures of that. Maybe I can put it side by side. You'll see what I'm talking about. TriStar arms. I do have some pictures of those. They are coming out with a APOC Pro 9mm pistol and a KR-22 rifle. They're going to have some new shotguns. I remember when I was first trying to get involved with getting a new shotgun, and I was going to Empire when they were in a different location than they are now. It's like when their beginning days. And Mike and them had some TriStar arms shotgun. I wanted a Beretta, so I ended up getting a Beretta. But TriStar, they're going to be there. They're going to have new stuff. Arsenal Inc. They're exhibiting a SAM 7K 28 SBR short barrel rifle with Picatinny stock. That should be kind of interesting. I don't think I have any pictures of that. Then you have Chiappa Firearms and Charles Daly. They're bringing diverse firearms, including classic and modern designs. SDS Arms. They're debuting the modernized Inglis 2035 handgun and Spandu RL bolt rifle. I do have some of the Inglis high powers 9mm pistols. I have some pictures of them. I'm going to show them up above. Some pretty guns. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here is a P35N. It's a pistol. It's a 4.7-inch satin nickel with a black G10 grip. What else is that? Freedom Armory? Anyway, this is all Inglis. I don't even know who Inglis is, but they have some nice looking guns. I have a couple of them that I will show. This is from Yeah, this SDS Arms. So I have a couple of things that we can see from them. I have a P35B, P35Ns, and two different types of finishes, and they look pretty cool. And once again, these are double stacks. So we'll see if that trend continues. The companies that I did ask Empire to look at are 2011 manufacturers. I know. I'm 2011 out. But I got some new surprises coming up for this year, too. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how I handle everything. But anyway, okay, what else they have? We have Primary Weapon Systems, PWS. They are going to be highlighting the MK2 Mod 2 rifles. They're going to have some new suppressors and lone wolf accessories. Now I'm going to optics, training, and gear. Virtra showing immersive simulators. They have a V300, a V1, a VXR platforms, and they're going to have live demos there. Holosun. Can always expect something new from Holosun. They're going to have their latest red dots, optics, magnifiers, and lasers there. This company called Laser Ammo. They're launching a new Sure Strike Mag dry firing training system for popular pistol training with smokeless range add-ons. I would love to get more involved with some dry training. I started trying to do some dry firing this year, like towards the end of the year, just for the simple fact that, everybody tries to teach you. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of places that kind of teach you how to start presenting your gun, they do a punch out. So you're at your chest and you come out. But you're going to end up here. So what I'm trying to do is get from my holster on my hip to here without the extra steps, because that's... Who's going to remember to do all this correct punch out, punching and stuff like that? I want to just be able to be right there. Right there. You know what I'm saying? So, got to practice that. XS sights, showing new fiber optic sights, optic plates, and handguards. Do I have an XS on my... I think I have XS on my Walter PDP. I think that's what I ended up picking up. Or was it a Trichicon? Nope, it's Trichicon. I don't think I got the XS sights. All right, so tactical and carry gear. Vertex and Flying Cross are debuting an expanded gamut and daily carry gear. Advanced uniforms and tactical packs. Oh, I wish I could be there to just see all this stuff. Other companies, I'm just going to mention some. Otis Technologies, Radians Outdoors, Metrolite, Covix. They're going to display their gear, their protection gears and support products. So it moves us on to rumors, leaks, and online buzz. So industry Reddit chatter. These are unverified, but there's indicative of hype there. So a lot of users are claiming that FN may tease a new SCAR variant or pistol. This has been speculated. So we'll see. I'm going to try to find some type of footage that will give me at least a daily breakdown of what was seen at SHOT Show. And hopefully my boys send back some pictures so I can kind of give a quick brief about, this came up, There's anticipation for PSAs, X57 and 570 shotgun products. They're hoping that those are heading to SHOT Show. There's also talks about potential new MP7. Imagine that, an MP7, that would be dope. Or 5.7 platforms from HK and PSA. So I'm seeing chatter about that online. The everyday carry community are teasing new knives and everyday carry gear. We'll see. We'll see what's up with that. All right. I already told you about the English 2035s, the high power style pistols. I have some pictures. I'm going to put them up there. TriStar. I spoke about TriStar. So they have the APOC Pro pistols and the KR-22 rifles. Shot some pictures right there. Also, Bond Arms. Bond Arms. I have a couple of pictures from Bond Arms as well. Put that up. I want to see if we can get any information from them and their lineup. So I'll keep a lookout for them. There were some other confirmed firearm brands. POF USA. We have Faxon Firearms. Now, Faxon, I really have to put this list together. My man Nas asked me a while ago, and I've just been slacking. I don't know why. I do know why. He wanted me to send him some information about ARs and the products that I look at. I do a whole gamut of products, from JP Firearms to Faxon, Triarch. When I choose to build a rifle, the first thing I look at is first of all, the barrel's going to tell you what type of cartridge you're going to be using, right? But if it's 5.56, the 223, then there are a few different manufacturers that I do prefer when it comes to quality. Barrels, and I think that should be kind of the first thing you look at. The gun is only as good as your barrel. Once your barrel starts going bad, everything's off anyway. So Faxon is one of those companies that have very, very good barrels, So I want to see what they're dealing with. They also are showing some firearms, the next gen FX19 pistols. We have to see if they're going to be there. RETAY USA, they have a shotgun lineup. The A series should be upgraded for 2026. And I already said TriStar. What else? What else? What else do we have? Burris Optics. Now, I have anybody who's shot with me. They know on one of my rifles, I have a Burris. Was it 1-6? I believe. I love the clarity of that low power variable optic. Man, it is. I love Burris. Anyway, so they should have their latest rifle scopes, dots, red dots, and binoculars. We'll see. They have a spotting scope that's including advanced tech models with a HUD. That's kind of cool, And Bluetooth connectivity. There's a lot of this really high tech coming to optics. And I saw that when they did the next quad weapon. Anyway, the SIG LT Spear, when they actually had the gun put together with the Vertex optics. Can't wait till we can get our hands on that stuff. But yeah, it's good to see that that was broken into, and now you have different types of technology coming to optics. So I'm always a fan of that. GPO, German Precision Optics, they confirm that their new Passion HDI rifle scope line and carbon fiber tripod will be there this year. That's going to be cool. I talked about SDS arms, Hornady reloading. This is for my man Mike. He does a lot of reloading. He doesn't have his set up right now. He's house shopping, so hopefully that happens quickly for him, so I can pick his brain about about reloading. I have a single stage reloader, so it's just me trying to get into the game, and I've been fighting with 5.56 loads. The collar has been an issue. I will do a video on that. Hopefully this year we can get to that. I want to have Mike on, and hopefully his gear will be set up and we can kind of talk about it. So we go to accessories and power, a company called XTAR, XTAR. This is what I have. While not a press release, the company has official social announcements that it will be at SHOT Show 2026. Booth number 41662 if anybody's interested, with its latest rechargeable lithium batteries, smart chargers, and tactical power solutions, and they should be on display. I gotta tell the boys at Empire about that one. And then you have the Industry Day at the Range, Colt CZ Group. Nice. Oh, they're supporting sponsor of SHOT Shows. So, live fire preview day on January 19th before the main show. And that is in 2 days. All right. Other confirmed exhibitors, Outdoor Edge, new knife models and outdoor gear. Firm products booths. All right. I will have a picture of the Apache 1911 double stack from Watchtower. I will have the Watchtower Raider 15. That's an AR style rifle. That looks really hot. Bandu Arms. They're going to have a bolt action rifle. I'm going to put that up there that you could check it out. We'll see what we see with that. Did I have this one done yet? Bado. Yeah, this is going to be cool. I will have it up there so you will see. Should be there now. Very pretty. Very pretty, very pretty, very pretty. Okay, so this will take me to what I asked Empire to look at. You know, the last video I did was all about 2011s. So, let's see. What did I tell them about? Now, I know I've been really involved with this stuff for a little bit now, so, you know, I'm hoping that they get their hands on some of these things, because if they get to talk to some of the manufacturers of these products, then they can bring them home. And then I have an easier time being able to see them, order them, and you know, obtain them. I mean, I can always go direct, but it is nice to have a local shop. So you guys know how Infinity guns are. Expensive craziness. I probably can't reach that high, but I would love to hold on to them, take a look at them, see them, you know, in the flesh. That'd be cool. I don't know. We'll see about that one. Phoenix Trinity, I asked them to take a look at. Fowler. I would love to get my hands on a Vanta 9. And if I can't do it, hopefully they can. They'll see them. Rafferty. Rafferty is a small shop, Pat Rafferty. And the only reason I know about him is from, you know, 2A in L.A. You know, he has that Lucky Devil, and and, you know, he brought his friends along to go to Covert. And Rafferty's name's starting to come up a lot more, man. And he does what he does. So hopefully they can meet him. That'd be nice. You have Venom Customs. I would love for them to see if there's anything new and exciting coming from some of these companies. I mean, right now, last year, we ended up at ports. You know, there was these 2011s that had this very unique way of returning to zero, as I've said before. And then it seemed like they had a part 2 where everything had some type of port. So, compensated port. So, we'll see if there's anything else that they can squeeze into these platforms. And even if, like I said, they might not even be hot this year. I have a feeling that they still will be, but regardless, these companies aren't going anywhere. Hayes Customs, I speak about them all the time, man. Please, Lee, you're the handgun girl. You know what I'm saying? Find Hayes Customs. Then there's Combat Precision. I really like the guns that they put out as well. Miller Precision, great manufacturer. They do a lot in-house. Cardinal Arms. This is one of the ones that I really want to get my hands on. I actually want to buy it. the G2. That, and I was looking at the Race City Defense stuff, the RC9. Then there's a Vulcan. They have a gun called the 11. I think I talked about that before. And this is the other gun that I'm really looking into is the CNC Akira. Hopefully they'll see these guys there. If not, maybe they can go by way of Covert. Covert will definitely be at SHOT Show. And then there's the Alpha American Firearms. So those are the ones that I asked them to look at. I will try to keep little quick updates on what I see about SHOT Show. You know, next year, SHOT Show or bust. That's what I'm trying to be, you know. I got to meet some of these personalities that I look at online as well as just, I want to be around those guns, you know. So I hope that 2026 will be a great year for all you guys. And, you know, I love you as always. And let's try to uplift each other instead of putting each other down, man. Let's do that. You get a chance, subscribe, man. Give me a like. You know, notification bell is awesome, too. Even comments, you know. Tell me what you're looking forward to this year. Whether it's just more training, whether it's getting your significant other shooting with you, getting your own license so you can mess around with some handguns, especially if you're in the restricted areas like we are in New York. My heart goes out to Virginia. It looks like there's a change of the guard there. So a lot of things that, you know, we in New York have to deal with. Looks like Virginia's now maybe going to have to deal with a few things in terms of assault weapon bans and limited magazines. I don't know, man. We're all in this together, regardless if you're in a place of a state that allows you to have guns freely or you're in a state like New York, man. And, you know, we have to fight for our rights. So let's work together instead of against each other. Remember, I love you. And until next time, peace.